Hello. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Eva and I upload every Wednesday. So today's video is going to be my mental health journey so far. So basically the plan is to run you all through everything from the beginning basically. So where I started, how when I began struggling with my mental health, what happened and what has led me to where I am today. Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to put it. So might as well just get straight into it. So I'd say I began my own personal mental health journey when I was about 12 years old. That's how old I was when I started first year, and that's when I started really suffering with my mental health. So started first year in 2014 and I was so excited going into it. I genuinely thought oh, I'm like a teenager now, I'm in secondary school, I'm so cool. But realistically I hated it. I had a rough time. It was I'd been in primary school with in a tiny primary school. There's 100 people in my primary school all together, from junior and into 6th class. So it was a big jump then going into school with nearly 1,000 people in it. So that was a big kind of change for me. So obviously that was a bit triggering, but it was also, I suppose, I don't know, it was I was interested in I don't know, I was in kind of a mindset where I was oh, what everyone thinks matters, what those boys think matter, what those girls think matter, what those third years think of me. Oh my god, imagine they think I'm weird, how bad would that be? That's the mindset I was in, which was obviously really bad. But I just thought that was normal. I thought everyone was it to deep, but apparently to the extent that I was feeling it wasn't normal. So yeah, after first year was, as I said, a rough ride. I was struggling a lot. I was missing lots of school. I feel like I was in a very, very dark place back then. Even though I was so young, you're thinking oh, how could you feel that bad? You're on 12, 13. It's possible, trust me. But then as I start getting older, obviously I was still down on myself a lot, but it would get better for a while. I would be oh, I don't care what anyone thinks, and then suddenly I'd care so much what everyone thinks again. And I don't know why, what was triggering that. I was really paranoid about what everyone thought of me. But yeah, I don't know. But that's one major thing that kind of was what was the specific reason why I was feeling the way I was back then. Well, at least I thought it was. Obviously, I know now that it wasn't. That all this paranoia, and obviously I was having suicidal thoughts. I was just very, very depressed, wasn't able to get out of bed. All this was because of a condition that I wasn't aware that I had. I'm aware now, but I'm going to talk about that at the end. So, continuing on, when I was about 15, I started going to the Lucina clinic in Wicklow, where I was diagnosed with clinical depression. And I began taking Prozac to treat it, and I had talk therapy once every month. wasn't really useful at all, to be honest. And I just, all that time, I just assumed I was depressed. I was, maybe I should just like run through like exactly my symptoms. Yeah, maybe that'll make things a bit clearer. So like, firstly, I'd have like my depressive episodes where I just become absolutely numb. Like, you just feel so drained of energy and just sad, like just genuinely sad to the point where it hurts. Like I'd actually get pains in my chest and all, because my mind would be like kind of full of just these horrible negative ideas and just thoughts that nobody wants to have, just thoughts that nobody should have. So obviously that's one thing, my depressive episodes. I have very, very bad temper. Like, people who know me well would know about that. Like, I snap like that. Like, I could be fine 1 minute and then angry, absolutely infuriated. Like, it's I know it happens now, but I didn't at the time. I didn't when I was younger, but I didn't 2 weeks ago, realistically. So there's that, the temper. Then there is the ups and downs of the mood. As I said, they're depressive episodes, but then during those depressive episodes and then in their own periods, I would have very high energetic moods. I would, like, during the depressive episodes themselves, they could last anywhere from a few minutes to a few hours. But then I could have a week where I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm so happy, I'm great, full of energy, like, let's go do something, I just need to do something, I need to move. That was obviously then something that wasn't neurotypical. Yeah, so there's that. And then there is my obsession with food. Obviously you're not gonna look at me, you're not gonna say, oh, she's so fat, like she eats so much food, like how fat is she? Like, I know that, trust me, I know. I don't think I'm like the skinniest person ever, but I know I'm not like severely obese or anything. Like, I'm aware, so don't worry. But I have a very strange relationship with food. It's quite like obsessive and impulsive. Like, it's gonna sound so weird because you're like, oh, it's just food, but I use it. It's kind of a comfort. It always has been for me. I eat when I'm sad. But there's a difference between like most people here will envision like a girl crying because her boyfriend broke up with them, eating her tub of Ben & Jerry's on her bed, watching rom-coms on Netflix. But no, this is like savage eating, like gross eating, like unnecessary, just. And I'm a small girl, like I'm only 5'3". Like, I shouldn't be eating like that, but I see it kind of as a form of self-destruction, which is obviously a tendency that comes in turn with a lot of the things I've just listed. So yeah, I am quite self-destructive. So yeah, my relationship with food is something that I'm still tackling. Like, it's very hard. I've tried to diet so many times. I just want to get fit, like, but I just can't. I just can't. Well, I can. I can do anything if I put my mind to it, but if it's so difficult. It really is, like, really difficult. So then, like, another major part would be how inattentive I get. I struggle to, like, pay attention to things for a long period of time. Like, I get bored really, really easily, and I get real fiddly. Like, I don't even know if I'm doing it in videos. Am I fiddling? I don't know, but yeah, I just, like, I'm always tapping my foot or messing with my hands or messing with my hair, just always having to do something, like, to keep myself occupied. So that's another major symptom that I am suffering. So back to the story. I was attending Lucina then, as I said, once a month, really, since I was 15, 14, 15, I don't know, but then recently I had another major depressive episode, which obviously resulted in a lot of worry. I'm 18 now, so Lucina can't keep me on really any longer, and I wasn't really improving there anyway, so we decided to look into getting private treatment. But first, we wanted to know if it was really just depression that I was suffering from, because my symptoms, I don't even know if symptoms is the right word, but what I was suffering with were showing a lot more than just clinical depression. It was pointing out other things, so we decided to get an assessment done. So I had my assessment done last Tuesday, my first assessment, and I was told that I would get my official diagnosis the next week, I got my official diagnosis yesterday. So last Tuesday, I was told it appeared as if I was suffering from ADHD. So yeah, ADHD. Didn't really think that was a thing that I could have had, but now thinking back, it explains a lot. And he said it also appeared that I had severe depressive disorder. So that was kind of, I felt like that was a given. But yesterday I got my official diagnosis with the next therapist, and officially I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and combined ADHD. So combined ADHD is, I have a mixture of the impulsive, inattentive and hyperactive, all three. So that is explaining the inability to concentrate, and it also relates to a lot of my other symptoms. But then I have my other symptoms, like the major depressive episodes. I have the highs and lows, the mood swings. All this was explained by my bipolar. So, yeah. I always knew I was a bit mad, but apparently it's actually true now. I actually am a bit mad, so I'm not gonna lie, like, finding out the bipolar, I was a bit like, I had a feeling, like, like, and it's kind of upsetting that this is all only being picked up on now. I understand bipolar kind of comes out as you get older, but ADHD, I've suffered with that since I was like a little child. Like, I've always had that, like, so it's just, I think it's strange that nobody ever noticed, but I found out that it very rarely gets noticed in girls. So, but like, I think the fact that it's not picked up in girls means like a lot more people could be suffering from it, and like they don't know because if they weren't diagnosed as a child, because normally people would just associate ADHD with like bold children, but it's not the case. I was never a bold child. Like, I was never like bold in school. I never got in trouble like for anything like that. So it's just, I think it's kind of, I don't know, interesting how it shows up differently in girls than it does in boys. I find that kind of interesting. So obviously now I'm feeling happy because like I've been given my diagnosis, and now once I get like blood tests and all done, we can start working on treatment, and I can learn how to handle it and how to live a normal life suffering with bipolar disorder and ADHD. So I'm not like ashamed or anything. Like, obviously I feel like it's a big deal that I'm posting this for the world to see, like, ooh, look at me, I'm crazy. But no, I'm messing, I'm not crazy, I promise. But oh, Jesus, sorry, I swear that's not coronavirus. But yeah, I'm kind of proud of myself. But that probably sounds so cocky, but I am. Like, I feel like I've came a long way since being that 12-year-old girl who was just so lost in the world, and who just didn't know where she fit in, or or like what was actually wrong, why she was feeling like that, why she felt different and everyone else seemed to be so happy, but she was just suffering. I just want to be like, look, it's not for no reason. So, I mean, at least now I know, and I can really learn to live my life to the full with my disease. No, it's not a disease. I'm sorry, it's not a disease. What is it? With my disorders? Yeah, with my neurological disorders. So I'm not neurotypical. I'm not neurotypical, but that's okay, because it makes me me. I wouldn't be me if it wasn't for, obviously, my disorders. So yeah, I suppose that's it for now. I am going to keep you updated weekly during vlogs or whatever I'm posting. I will be keeping you updated on how I'm doing my treatments, what's going on, how I'm feeling, you know, just giving you the rundown. So for now, goodbye, but I will see you next week. Bye.